What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about altcoins today. Yes, we're talking about your altcoins. That's what we're talking about today. Yes, we're going to talk about your altcoins. We are at the others chart right now. We're looking at the others chart right now. You type in others on TradingView. It's the crypto index essentially. It's like the equivalent of the S&P 500, but think of it as the S&P 125. It's the top 125 cryptos, excluding the top 10. So it's essentially your altcoin index is what this is, right? Not essentially, it literally is an altcoin index. Tell me it's not an altcoin index. I'll say, no, sir, you're wrong. It is an index. I have a certificate, and it says it is. No, here we are at $280 billion right now, 3 days, 8 hours left in this week. The purpose of this video is to discuss where your altcoins are going to go, what you can expect the average growth for the average altcoin to achieve within the next month and a half, 6 weeks or so, right? By the end of June, early July, and potentially if I get carried away with myself, and I do that sometimes, we'll talk about also what to expect by the end of the cycle. We'll probably do that too. So if that sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get into this, you guys. So here we are at 280.2 right now, $billion. That's just the market cap, right? That's not like a price of any altcoin. It's just the market cap. If we're looking at this on a monthly time frame, you have lower lows in the RSI while promoting higher lows in the indicator, in the reading here. That is hidden bullish divergence. Look up what is hidden bullish divergence. It's whenever you have higher lows in the price, lower lows in the indicator, which is exactly what you have here on a monthly time frame. That's exceptionally bullish, bouncing off the 50 even more so, a little bit of a double bottom look. You're probably going to get into the overbought zone with this next run, and when you get into the overbought zone, that will break you out into new all-time highs. Absolutely it will. So altcoins going to new all-time highs, that's the thing that we should be talking about, right? By the end of June, early July, this is likely the area that you're going to top off at, is somewhere between here and there, right? Between the 1272 and the 1618. This, for any Fibonacci, is the primary extension zone. It's the primary target zone between the 1272 and the 1618 and the 1414. There's other fibs too that people can include here, right? Like that, whatever. I just use these three, and I think that they're good enough. But there are other fibs, I'm pretty sure. But these are like the main ones. Anyways, the minimum target from here for the average altcoin, others, would be about a 200% growth. That is a 3x in likely the next 6 weeks, again, by the end of June, if not early July. 3x at a minimum, even with the given pumps, whatever altcoin you're looking at. The average altcoin is likely going to do another 3x from here, right? There are some coins that have done already like a 10x or a 4x or a 6x, right? They've already grown. They will probably continue to grow more. They probably will. But for the coins that are up, like however much we're up right now from the lows, right? For the average altcoin, if your altcoin is up about 58%, maybe you're up, maybe you're up only 45%, or you're up only 70%, somewhere in that kind of range. The average altcoin between like 40 and 70%, you're probably going to get a 3x. If you're lower than 58%, maybe a little less than a 3x. If you're above 58%, maybe a little bit more than a 3x. But it doesn't work exactly like that, but I'm just going to, for a rule of thumb, give it that kind of idea. Minimum, 3x minimum. I should have included that, minimum. What if we continue to grow? What if we don't stop at 838? What if we stop at somewhere that's more psychologically resistant, which is $1 trillion? We stop right there at about $1 trillion. That's a 3.7x. If we go to the 1414, it's actually very common to interact with the 1414 just above it, instead of just below it. You oftentimes don't stop right at it or right below it. You stop just above it like this. So if we were to go just above the 1414, we'd actually be piercing through $1 trillion market cap for the altcoin markets, and that would give us about a 4x. So I would think a 3 to a 4x between now and the end of June or early July is very feasible for the average altcoin. There are going to be some that grow more. If the others chart, if by the end of June, early July, if this is what we get, you guys, if the average coin is doing like a 5 to a 6x, come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. What's wrong? He's not coming to me. He normally comes to me. You want to look at him? There he is right there. Peaky. Come here. My desk is a mess. Come here. What's wrong? I might have to take him to the vet, man. He doesn't look so good. His eyes kind of look bad too. I'm gonna get him checked out. I'm gonna have to. He seems like he's behaving weird, man. I'm sorry, guys. Get on a whole different dude. What's wrong? Are you okay? Dude, something's wrong with my cat. Something is definitely wrong with him. I'm gonna take him to the vet. I'm going to. Yep. We're gonna have to take him to the vet. Poor guy. Okay. Anyway, sorry, guys. 5.81x would be the maximum expectation here by the end of June. But I don't know if the average altcoin does that. That's going to be crazy because the coins that outperform that are going to get a good hit. The coins that underperform this are still going to get a good hit. So that's crazy. The idea of a 5.8x being the maximum potential. We'll take care of you, buddy. We're gonna go. We'll go today, man. I promise. If not today, then tomorrow, Friday. Probably tomorrow, Friday. Probably actually, because I've got some stuff to do. I don't know, dude. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I should just do it today. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna be moving up. Something looks wrong. I'm not even kidding, guys. I know my cat. I've had him since he was a little baby. Something in his eyes, man. There's like he's got like rings around like his eyes. Anyways, not trying to freak myself out or anybody else out. He eats very good food and drinks clean water. Like I don't know, man. He lives outside a good bit of the time too. Anyways, weekly time frame. Sorry about that, guys. Talking about other things. Overbought zone, finding support at the oversold zone here. Not a bad look on the weekly time frame. It does look like you want to continue to move up. I think I've probably said everything that I need to say as far as like what happens with the short-term stuff, right? It does look bullish. Let's do the super short-term stuff. What can we expect by the end of the month of May? And then we'll zoom out. We'll just kind of jump around from intermediate to short-term and then finish up with the long-term stuff. Okay, so from a high to a low here, my expectation would be 0.5382. Your next area to go to is probably the golden ratio. So you're going to see the average altcoin move up another 12 to 20%, which means that the coins that are doing better than the average altcoin will likely move up more than that over the next week or so. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of May, we see the average coin pump another 32 to 40%, something like that. If we're not there by the very end of May, somewhere around $405 billion to $368 billion, a 32% to a 45% pump from here. If we're not at that area by the end of this month of May, we're going to be there very, very early in June, and then progressing higher afterwards, of course. Let's see here. Hold on. Get this going. And then, if we're talking about the end of cycle stuff, sorry guys, the flow got thrown off because my brain's in other places, right? I'm like putting on the face, trying to be professional, but I'm like just secretly actually very worried about my cat. Not so secretly, like actually very worried about him right now. High to low. He's a good one, man. I would hate it if anything happened to him. Hopefully he's just sick or something, or just slept funny, and maybe I'm just being a worrisome worrier. I would expect that the average altcoin by the end of the cycle see something on the lines of like a 23x. So we'll probably go right around the 2272 and just above there. I'm thinking that we'll see $6 trillion in the altcoin markets. On the other chart, we will see a $6 trillion to $7 trillion reading, and that should provide on average like a 22x to a 25x for the average altcoin in the markets. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take it easy, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll keep you guys posted with the cat too. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure everything will be fine, but he's being a little weird. He is being weird. And I hear that behavioral things are normally indicators of something more serious. So anyways, bye-bye. I'll see you on the next